afternoon everyone, and welcome back to another Adventure Sparks video. My name is Daniel, and as you all know, I've just recently bought myself my new vehicle, the Mitsubishi Colt Rodeo 4x4 2.8 Turbo Diesel. And when I bought it, we did a little bit of a walkthrough video showing what the vehicle was and what it had came with and how it looks, just to start off. But since then we have done quite a few modifications on the vehicle to make it suitable for my needs and what I need, and just adding that little bit of an extra touch to it to make it how I want it to be. So with that being said, this video is going to be a short video just going through basically what I've added to the vehicle, and yeah, let's get into it.
This video was proudly made with the help of our official partners, Kort Broek, for making sure that we are never bored while touring our beautiful South Africa, and that we have the most comfortable and durable clothing wear. Tally Ho Farms for making sure that we stay nourished on our trips with the most fresh and organic fruit and veg, and the Low Carb Pantry, making sure we stay healthy on our trips with amazing gluten-free, sugar-free and keto-friendly snacks for while driving. So obviously starting off in the interior of the car, the first thing that we will add that you should see is a beautiful 9-inch touchscreen display. Still working off the single DIN radio, but my gosh, didn't make a huge difference. So in the first video of this vehicle, when we bought it, it came with a Mercedes-Benz radio system in it, which obviously looked something like this, and then a very nice icy cold air conditioner. And then from there we moved over to a single DIN touchscreen display, which gave a few issues in this vehicle in the beginning. So we went and got it fixed, and got it fixed a few times until we said, you know what, we need something a bit more higher quality. Hi guys, so if you're seeing this, it's obviously the morning of the new installation. That is my old stereo system, the touchscreen display, all of that, but it's quite a small one. We had issues with it in the past, but the people who put it in Sound Match, they're coming through today to come and do the finalization of this new one. We'll obviously show you when it's installed, because it's gonna look freaking awesome. So guys, stay tuned, keep watching, and back to you, future Daniel. And that's when I came to this, still working off the single DIN, but just a beautiful massive display, and I can do everything on it: maps, phone, music. It's absolutely amazing. And with that, something that I highly recommend if you've got a 4x4 vehicle that is a long wheelbase vehicle, what came with this was a reverse camera, which helps a lot. Don't think it's gonna work. Let me just start the vehicle quickly. There we go. So it's reverse camera, just to be able to see what's behind you. This one's obviously got the two different things, and this one will then also assist me when backing up to then beep when I'm reversing, obviously. So yeah, so that's number one that we did on the inside of the vehicle. And then we also obviously mounted our ICOM radios. So my father has one in his vehicle. You should have seen from the prior to walkthrough video. I'll link that video in the description. He's got his mounted in the vehicle somewhere like here. Thankfully my vehicle has got little screws on the side, so that allowed me to mount my radio here, and obviously have my mic running onto my side, so I can easily accessible and get to it if need be. With the radio as well, obviously I've just used my normal antenna, but mounted it to the bonnet. Didn't have the bull bar that the old vehicle had, so just mounted it onto the bonnet, and it works beautifully where it is. Other than that, not much has changed in the cab. Obviously just the mic up here for talking when we're talking into the vehicle, and yeah, that's basically it for the inside of the vehicle. I didn't change too much. Obviously I'm quite happy with how the interior of this vehicle is. Besides, we did reroute and redo the cabling for the vehicle, just to put my new battery system in the back, with a C-Tech, with that C-Tech charger in it, obviously because it used to have a normal little solenoid. So now I've put the C-Tech in, so I'm quite happy with the way it's charging and how it's making effective use of the vehicle's battery and charging system. Let's have a look in the back, shall we? So we'll start off the video here in the kitchen side. As I said, there's not much that I have changed, as
the vehicle came fully equipped in a way that I was happy with. Ooh, there's something false. Yeah, so that's one thing that we're still going to get to. We're actually going to hopefully get to it this weekend. This system with the straps, as beautiful as it is, it's not quite working for me, as when I'm driving through town or on dirt roads, this stuff just all falls. We had the plates up there, those used to fly forward. It was quite bad. But yeah, so basically we ran a new gas pipe for the stove, so they can work. We also went and took the stove in to get it serviced, so that works beautifully. And then obviously just cleaned out the back here, made it look all nice. And then we put a normal house plug in the vehicle. Now you must be wondering, like, Daniel, why are you putting a house plug if everything else is running off the Harrison plugs? Well, I didn't quite like the setup that the previous owner had. He ran it through a battery charger, so when you plugged it into mains, it would just run through this battery charger, and that would charge the battery, and everything would still run off the battery. However, after doing some research on my own, the 4x4 community said that that is quite harmful to the battery, depending on whether you've got a gel or lithium, and that will actually not prolong your lifespan of the battery, it will actually reduce it. So I took that out. It was obviously underneath here, and then put in the 3-pin plugs, the 2 of them. So basically all it does is allows me to run a main cable to the back of the vehicle, and then it obviously runs to there. So my fridge, and if I need something else, it's mainly just the fridge that would run off this, plugs in there, and I can do whatever I need to off that. And then the second 3-point I can just use for whatever. And then obviously with the new system, that allowed me to have proper lighting. As you remember in the last video, the lighting was terrible. We didn't know whether there was a globe that was blown or not, but it actually just turned out that the battery was really dead. So now all the lights and everything work beautifully. And I have a awning that runs through these rails that just comes over, I'd say about 2 meters by 2 by 2. It was very low. I've got one tall friend, Nathan. He obviously came with on the boys trip. If you haven't checked out that video, go watch it. This is just a little bit of what we did in that video. But he is quite tall, and he couldn't fit underneath it, and I also quite struggled to fit underneath. So I just went to Camera Climb in Pardon Island just to really get myself some telescopic poles, which can be raised up to, I think, 3 meters. I could be mistaken, but that is one of the options I have. I think I got one of those, and I bought those, and I use them instead of those breakdown ones that are certain lengths. It just works so much easier, the telescopic, because now I can put all those poles underneath here and not have them lying on top like they were when I purchased the vehicle. In the back here, I got 2 outdoor warehouse boxes, ammo boxes, as well as then my pillow and medical aid or medical bag in the back there. So the one outdoor warehouse box has my sleeping bag, towels, anything I would need for a camping night, obviously, and then my pillow and medical bag are there. And then on the other side, I've got a free box to pack my clothing. So essentially, if I wanted to go away for a weekend, it's just packing in food, clothes, and I can go, which I really love. That don't need to do any more packing. Everything is just ready and kitted to go, and I don't think it can get much better than that. Honestly, that is perfect. Let's check out the back. The back here, again, not much has been done, besides that I did buy a new gas canister to fit this specific gas bottle holder, because a lot of the new ones come with a extended clip here on the top, or where you've got like a turn valve to decrease gas. This one still works on the gas key, and the bigger ones don't fit in this gas bottle holder, which I don't mind, because I quite prefer these gas bottles to the newer ones. So I bought that, just resprayed it to a color that I like, and there we go. This is obviously where the mains comes in, so managed to wire that up perfectly. There is something still wrong with the cable, or it's actually what we thought was wrong. When we went camping on the boys trip, the entire vehicle was electrified, and by that I mean that when you touched any metal part of the vehicle, it would give you a little bit of a shock. That obviously sent some sort of urgency to figure out what it was. Disconnected the power, as I didn't know exactly whether it was with our cabling that we put in, or if it was with the cable that came with the vehicle, or if it was the campsite. And so we shut it down, because obviously we didn't know what was going on, and we didn't really want to damage anything in the vehicle. Came back, did some testing, we found out it was actually the campsite, so everything's cool in the vehicle, which I'm quite happy about. Means less work for me to work on the vehicle, and that all my cabling was right. So in the back here, obviously you will see that not much has changed, besides that I've now got a bri grid that I've now put in there, and if you guys will remember from the first video and our camping trip on the boys camp, the fridge looks a little bit different, and that is because it is. So I made a decision after the boys camp, after every camp really, on Adventure Sparks, my father and I come back, we make a list while we're camping as to, especially with new vehicles, or this new vehicle, it will happen, but every time we buy a new vehicle or buy a new product for camping, we normally on that trip test it out, see what can be improved or how we can improve the vehicles so that we can maximize what we have in the vehicles and for camping, to just make our camping trips as enjoyable and easy as possible. And whilst on the boys camp, I realized that I had everything, all the camping needs. However, I did not have a fridge freezer. I had just got a fridge, 40-liter fridge, and beautiful, awesome, happy about it. However, I couldn't keep the meat frozen, so it was a case of me freezing the meat here at the house and then packing it in the fridge and hoping that it stayed frozen until we needed it over the weekend. So when I got back, I started looking through Facebook Marketplace and managed to find this, a second-hand 56-liter fridge freezer from National Luna, which obviously fits just it hangs over a bit, and then to pull it out you just got to extend it all the way. But once you have, then you've got the entirety of the fridge to use. So obviously this compartment here, fridge, and then you've got your freezer, obviously majority fridge and then lesser freezer, and it works beautifully. It's absolutely amazing. I love what it does, I love how it works, and I have no issues with it whatsoever. I've yet to actually test it, however I have ran it for a little bit here and there during the week, normal work week, and have used it to pack a little bit of my lunch in to see if it keeps it cold, and it does in fact do that, which I'm really happy about. Can't complain. Other than that, not much has changed in the back. Obviously the lighting systems all work now amazingly, so what more can I say? You can't really complain if it all works beautifully. Let's move on to the other side. So obviously now we'll start on this side. Not much has really changed on this side, but it's more just to show you guys what's going on here, because in the last video, if you don't remember, it was parked in the garage. You couldn't really get a full scope of what we're dealing with here. So obviously you got your lights here, and then a full entire toolkit in here for whatever you need. It's crazy. I haven't had to use it yet, thank goodness. Well, maybe the jumpers, but that that was quite a funny story. When I purchased the vehicle, I was using it quite a lot because it is my daily driver, and I went to do a thing at my work, and I had to step out of the office, and while stepping out to actually go to another meeting, the vehicle died and I couldn't start it after the meeting, and it was not only me but my colleagues as well, so that was quite a funny experience. So I had to call my mother to come with her little vehicle to come and just jump start me. So I have used the jumpers, but I have gotten a new battery since then, so it was quite a funny story for the beginning of this vehicle, but it all works now, so that's great. Obviously got some more packing space underneath here. I'm not going to go too in depth there. I will do a video soon where I go through all the equipment that I use on camping trips, so that you guys can see what you do and don't need when going on a camping trip. And then on this side, this is where we've done a little bit of changes, and obviously here's the other box where I pack my clothing, and then behind that the pillow and the medical bag. In here we've just added another LED light for some extra light on this side, so that, especially with it being my clothing box, just so I can see what I'm doing at night if need be. And then we've obviously rewired this wire to have the light coming down from the tent, so that I have the light, the LED lights in the tent. And then I've just cleaned out the water, filtered it, put some Jik in it, or Milton's, just to clean it out, because I didn't know how long the water had been standing in there for already, and I'd rather just for safety of myself and the rest of the crew that come with me, just clean it out, make sure it's all 100% for when we go on camping trips further. And especially with it being 100 liters of water, I don't want anyone getting sick off of that, and I also don't want our drinking water to be unfiltered. Otherwise, that's the entirety of the video and the vehicle. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please keep a lookout for our new videos. We are posting new videos every time we go camping, and we are going on some awesome trips. We've got a few trips planned for this year. We are in 2 weeks time going away to just before the Eastern Cape to meet up with my grandparents. We're going to do a little bit of a camping video there, a little bit of a getaway camp for the long weekend. Just keep a lookout for that. If you guys haven't already, have a look at our previous videos where my parents take their vehicle and go to Longabon for an evening, as well as where I go with my friends and we go camping for a weekend. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Keep that spark for adventure going. Cheers, guys. Oh, it's not videoing now. Unless you started.
Hey. Come here, dude.
This is us. Yeah.
Oh shit, it doesn't work. What the hell are you sitting here?